And what are you predicting this month's going to end up like?
It's definitely, it's a bigger month than we'd have expected, bigger than last year for sure. Little bit of variability between brands. And then we have some dealers asking for just a bit less leads, as in we're sending too many, and they just haven't got the staff or the bandwidth, whatever, to deal with it. And then quite a few dealers, sometimes the same brand, asking for as many as we can possibly give them. So a bit of a mixed bag, to be honest, all around.
I've heard from some dealers that they're struggling to get hold of new car stock. So I mean, I suppose that kind of is playing into that fact that they can't cope with those leads because they just can't get hold of the cars.
Yeah, but again, this is something we coach dealers on. Great dealers can then convert people into something else. Maybe it's convert them into a nearly new car that's similar. Maybe it's convert them into a factory order and just say, look, be patient for 3 months and you get exactly the car you want. Again, it's something we coach people on. Just because someone asks for something doesn't mean that that's all they're interested in. They can be swung into something else that's maybe easier for them or more available.
And how's the year been for you so far, James? I mean, I know it's been up and down, and when we chatted before, we were sort of in the midst of the lockdown, weren't we? How have things recovered for you since then?
I mean, it's another world from when I think we last spoke, when we're in depth of, or not quite lockdown, but not far off. And yeah, everything's changed. I think we've seen it in every industry, that switch to digital, or the catalyst for digital is always going that way. It's just sped it up. And we see that particularly with how we work with car manufacturers and their response to it, with some dealer groups for sure, not all by any means. And with consumers, again, that role of the showroom just being a bit diminished now. More and more people doing their homework online and choosing where to buy completely online. So what we expected it would go to always, just way faster than we ever thought.
What about in those other markets that you operate in? I mean, there's different pictures all over Europe at the moment in lockdown and
exactly
rising cases. What are you seeing that we could learn from here?
So interesting what we're seeing in Germany. So that one is absolutely on fire. You're talking, I mean, for us, we're something like 250% bigger in the last 3 months versus the year before. Part of that is big government stimuluses, largely focused on electric and hybrid cars. You're talking 9,000 euros off most electric cars, huge. And bearing in mind that people are ordering these and they don't know when they're going to get them. There's no electric new cars in stock. There's no electric used cars in stock. So they're ordering them still, just not really having any clue when they're going to get them. Absolutely massive. Spain, we've got similar sized business, slower. They've got a government scrappage scheme. So a bit like we had after recession, but it's not done that much to stimulate it. And I think the Spanish economy in general a bit suppressed. COVID, a bit more scary for them even than we have. A little bit slower to recover, but obviously a bounce back as well.